Hi everyone, welcome to this new video where I'm going to try and answer some of the frequently asked questions we receive. The support for Command in Hand so far has been fantastic and we get quite a lot of questions which are the same or similar. So I thought let's make a video where we try and answer some of those questions. If you enjoy this type of content, let me know and I'll try and do a monthly video where I answer some of your questions. Okay, so the first question is, does it matter which hand I use to sign? And the answer is, yes it does, but you definitely don't want to switch which hands you're using. So for all one-handed signs, you should use your dominant hand. So for me, I'm right-handed, so for all one-handed signs, I'm going to produce with my right hand. If you're left-handed, obviously you should use your left hand to produce all of the one-handed signs. For two-handed signs, the dominant hand should do most of the work. And the analogy of a pen and paper might help. So for me, I'm right-handed, so the left hand would be the paper and the right hand would be the pen. So whenever I'm producing a two-handed sign, my right hand is drawing on my left hand. So H, A, this is the dominant hand doing most of the work. One thing that you don't want to do when signing is switching between which is your dominant hand. So let me show you an example. I'm going to fingerspell my name. Hopefully that should be quite easy to follow. But let me show you that again, and this time I'm going to switch between which is my dominant hand. So you'll see the second time I did that, that was tougher to follow. So yes, it does matter which hand you use to sign, but definitely don't switch. Okay, the next question is, what's the difference between please and thank you? So the sign for please and thank you is a flat hand, touching your chin, and then just move away from your chin. Please, thank you. It's the same hand shape and it's the same movement. The difference is the lip pattern. So now there are some variations, and one that you might see is touching your chin, and then as you move away from your chin, you close your hand. And I've seen that for both please and thank you. But the most common sign for please and thank you is just a straight movement down, and it's the lip pattern that's different. Be careful not to use the ASL sign for please, which is a flat hand on your chest in a circular motion. So this is American Sign Language for please. So don't use that. It's British Sign Language is a flat hand touching your chin and just moving straight away from your chin. Please, thank you. Can you do a video on sentence structure in BSL? Yes, this is something that we're working on. I know a lot of people struggle with this one, and it's a tricky subject. The things to keep in mind is that BSL follows a different sentence structure or syntax to English. So you always want to keep your time frame at the start of the sentence, followed by the topic, followed by the comment. For example, in English you might say, "What's for lunch today?" But in BSL you would say, "Today, lunch, what?" So the time frame is today, the topic is lunch, and then your comment is asking what. So today, lunch, what? Some sentences can be really tricky to rearrange. My advice would be focus on pulling the time frame from the sentence and placing that at the start of your BSL sentence. That tends to be one of the easier things to start with. Verbs and questions, they tend to go at the end of sentences in BSL. Look out for a video explaining all of that in more detail soon. Suggestions for videos. I love reading your suggestions for videos, keep them coming. We have a to-do list of all of the videos that we're planning on doing, and it's quite a big list, but we're going to get around to everything. So keep your suggestions coming, I want to read them, and and it helps us produce better content that you want. So keep them coming, and eventually we will get around to them. What's my background? Okay, so my mum is a deaf BSL user. She's part of the deaf community, as to is my mother-in-law. My dad works as a deaf communicator for children, and I learned BSL around about 18 years ago now with my mum. My mum's deaf, so we wanted to learn British Sign Language together to help communication. The idea behind Commanding Hands is that BSL has been so useful for me and my family that I wanted to share that knowledge. And if Commanding Hands helps complement a course that you're doing or helps you learn some basics of BSL, then great. Commanding Hands is just my way of helping promote BSL. What's the difference between not sure and share? Okay, so some signs have subtle differences. So not sure and share, they use the same hand shapes. It's two flat hands. The edge of your dominant hand goes on the palm of your other hand. For not sure, your dominant hand flops from side to side. So this is the hand movement for not sure. Now your facial expressions should naturally match that sign. So you should look unsure. Now the sign for share, the hand shapes are the same, but the movement is not flopping from side to side, it's a pivot motion. So it's like this. So it's almost like you're sharing it out. So if you have a question that you'd like me to answer, let me know in the comments below. We're up to 13,000 subscribers now on YouTube, which is fantastic. So thank you everybody who follows this channel. We're on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter as well. So if you're on any of those platforms, give us a follow. Over time, you'll see the video content and quality get better and better, and hopefully more useful. And that's in part thanks to your feedback. So please do keep that coming. I love reading your feedback, and it really helps plan future videos. And that's it for now. Like I say, if you've got a question that you want me to answer in the next video, let me know in the comments below. Thanks, and bye.